Okie dokie kids, let's start off with our background. We're going to dip into that watery paint and we're going to grab our pencil. You're going to hold your pencil horizontal just like this, and you're going to take your paintbrush full of wet paint and you're just going to hit very gently. If you need more paint, get more paint. We don't want paint all over our table. We mostly want it on our paper. So just hit it very gently to create this little splatter effect. And this is going to make it look like it's snowing in our background. Just be real careful, especially on the edges. We're going to clean everything up, so don't freak out if it gets on the table. But try to keep it on your paper as much as possible. Again, dip into the paint if you need more paint. Next, we're going to make our cardinal while our paint dries. So we're going to draw our cardinal body. You have a printout of all the shapes that you need to do, but we're just going to start with a circle for the body. We're going to draw the point on the top, the peak, and then we're going to draw the wing, and then we're going to draw the tail, which is just going to come out like a little duck foot. Now we need our black paper and we're going to draw our beak. Now your beak isn't that big, that's why you only have so much black paper at your table, but your beak is just a little triangle. Last, we're going to cut everything out. So I'm going to cut the beak out first to make sure that it's sized right for my body, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the body of my cardinal. So I'm going to start with the circle and then I'm going to cut out the rest of the pieces. Everything looks good. I'm going to go ahead and grab a white piece of paper and I'm going to cut out a little dot for the eye. Now, I didn't add this, but we should have, is a black dot behind the eye and in the eye too. So you'll see I made little feet. I don't end up using those, so that's why we're not going to do them. They didn't look right on the branch, but you're going to take your black crayon and you're going to add texture to your bird. So feathers on the wing, feathers on the tail, lines on the peak, and then anywhere else that you think that your cardinal needs some texture, you'll add it with this black crayon. After you have all the texture, we're going to grab our paper. Now, if it's not all the way dry, it's totally fine. We'll put the glue on the cardinal instead of on the paper so we don't smear any of the spots. Just be extra careful while you're working on it. You're going to need to grab that brown paper on your desk and we're going to cut out a little branch. Now, it doesn't have to be a super fancy branch, but I would like a couple of small branches coming off of the side of it. So you can draw it with your pencil first if you don't feel confident just cutting it out like I did. So I just did a little branch. Now, you need enough space for your cardinal to sit there. We don't want our cardinal to sit on a pokey branch. So give them a lot of space and cut out the little branches off of the side, and then once you have those cut off, you're going to glue that onto your paper. Next, go ahead and grab your cardinal's body. Make sure the pencil marks are on the back. Put that glue down and stick it right above your branch. I know I put my cardinal on that pointy branch, but we're just going to forget about that just real quick. Oh, my glue came out. That's okay. I got another one. So let me grab my other glue. And I'm going to glue on my tail and then my beak and everything else. All right, now that we have most of our body glued down, we're going to do the smaller parts. So I'm going to start with the beak so I can get that placement right. And then I'm going to glue my eye on. So I'm going to start with the white and glue on the black dot right on top. Lastly, we're going to kind of finish up with adding some more snow. So go ahead and grab your pencil. We're going to do the same thing we did for the background. Grab your pencil, hold it horizontally, and take your paintbrush, dip it into the watery paint, and give it a tap, tap, tap. Now, dip in as many times as you need to, but what we're not going to do is we are not going to pretend like this is a drum set and we are rocking out like we're in Metallica. You need to be very gentle with this tapping. You don't want to get your paint on somebody else's paper. So just do it real gently. I promise if you have enough paint on your brush, it'll come off. All right? Just take your time. Give as much snow as you possibly want all over your cardinal, and then admire your beautiful artwork and put it on the drying rack.